when they have a crush on someone, it's their way of like peacocking. Like they're peacocking hard. They almost want to go through their resume and let you know, this is all I've done. Like this is who I am and this is what I went through in the 5th grade. And then by 9th grade, I ended up becoming my mom's favorite. But that's the year where my life really took off because Instagram just happened and I really started, like it just does not stop. Like they will go through their list with you to let you know, like, this is why I'm amazing. And like, it's crazy that you even need to know why we should be together because you are lucky, and lucky for you, I want you. What's good, you guys? How are you doing today? Well, it's gonna get better even if you're having a shitty day because we are doing a Zodiac list and it's all about love. It's all about crushes. It's all about how you show people that you want them. I feel like it's a really fun one. Anything that has to do with like dating and love, I love talking about because I don't know, I just have so many opinions about the way people act when they want someone. And every sign does it in their own way. So we're gonna go through this list and let's have some fun. Okay, first up we have Aries. Also, this list is made by Astrology Pictures. You'll probably see it when I posted it, but shout out to that account on Instagram. Okay, Aries, little sideways glances. Ooh, I like this one. I think it is true because like Aries doesn't really feel the need to like hide it. If they like you will know. Like I always say, you will know if an Aries placement likes you. But I feel like this was a missed opportunity for them to put in is mean to you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Aries' love language is like teasing you and like being like cutesy competitive with you. Not like they're like actual competitive ways where they're like really angry, but like in a fun way. They want to like compete with you. They're being a little mean to you. They're throwing little jabs to see if you can handle it. And then if you dish it back, oh my God, they're in it. They're in it. They're in it. They love the chase. And I do feel like they do be giving little sideways glances, but I just feel like being mean to you or like being competitive with you is like the fastest way to know if an Aries has a crush on you because you're on their radar. But I will say, I feel like with Aries in general, they do love to look at the people that they're into. Like they don't hide it. It's very Martian, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna know that I want you, and they're not hiding it, you know? They're kind of like fascinated by the way that you act. It's the way you act, it's the way you act.
I'm always gonna like your story even if we stop talking. The problem was never how you look, the way you act. It's the way you act.
And Aries in general, like I feel like they like bold people. So they're probably looking at you. They're probably looking at the way that you move. They want to see if you have this like energy about you that's like excitable and like a desire to like be out there in the world, you know? That's how I feel with Aries. Okay, next we have Taurus. And for Taurus it says makes you food. I mean, yeah, it's true. Or like even like shares their food with you. Because I feel like Tauruses are like very particular with like, you know, where they're eating their food, who they're eating it with, blah, 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 blah. Like they know what they like when it comes to their eating journey, you know, like their meals. They're very routine oriented. They know what they like. So if they're choosing to spend time with you and like have a meal with you or invite you to like have a certain meal with them, they are crushing on you. Or if they're cooking for you, like this is their way of showing love. This is their way of showing you comfort. Taurus in general just really has this connection with food and comfort. And if they're choosing to share that with you and it's the first time that you notice like a Taurus placement is like asking you if you want to, you know, do that or whatever, like they probably are thinking about you. They have you on their mind. Because that's not something they do regularly. They actually love eating alone. They enjoy eating alone. I've noticed Taurus placements, like they love like going out with their friends or partner, whatever, experiencing meals together. But what I'm saying is they really love like no one bothering them and like eating alone. So if they're choosing to like make you food and share that experience with you, they definitely probably have a crush on you or really just like you and enjoy you. Okay, next we have Gemini. And for Gemini, it says tells you everything. And that is funny. But I just have to ask on behalf of everyone, who is Gemini not telling everything to? Like, I would like to know down below, comment, because I am confused. So it kind of does make sense because I feel like Gemini has crushes on everybody. You know what I mean? Like Gemini really will like you. They have room in their heart for everybody. Like it's endless. So I'm just confused as to like why that should make you feel special. Like there's no way that you could tell a Gemini has a crush on you because they're telling you everything, because they're telling everyone everything. They're like talking, chatting away. So I don't know how I feel about that. But then again, maybe, yeah, it just shows that Gemini has a little bit of a crush on everybody. But I will say, to tell that a Gemini has a crush on you, I will say, is when they get a little nervous and they talk less. Like, I feel like Geminis just be crushing on everybody, but the people that they like actually want, they throw them for a loop and they can't help but like overthink a little bit about what they should say, what they should lead the conversation with. Whereas I feel like usually Geminis, like no matter who it is, they're talking to them about anything that comes up, and they're really good at like leading that conversation about any topic. But I have noticed with Gemini placements, when they really do have a crush on someone and they don't really know what will catch that person's attention, they can be a little bit quiet at first. And like that's how I know if like a Gemini placement really likes someone, is when they're like overthinking about what they should say, because they're clearly stuck in a pickle and they don't know how this person will respond, and that's like bothering them. Usually in 90% of situations, Gemini is fine. They don't really need to think about what they're gonna say. They don't have that like social anxiety ever, really. So I feel like if they have a crush on you, notice how a Gemini is acting. If they're like talking with everyone, but then around you, they get like a little bit like quiet, or they don't like talk as much, I would say that shows that Gemini probably has a crush on you, because they're overthinking just a little bit. Okay, next we have Cancer, and for Cancer it says lots of touchy flirting. Yes. Oh my God, Cancer is very sensual in that way. I would say the same for Taurus too. Like they're very touchy people, but talking about Cancer, they also like need you to feel like you're there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can't help but feel like it's that like fourth house shit. Like they want to feel that stability. They want to feel like you're still here, and that like we're in this together, and just like feeling you makes them feel safe. I've noticed they can be very touchy-feely people, but it's crazy because like they're not talked about often in astrology about just how touchy-feely they are. And even in just like platonic relationships, I feel like they love like hugging and laying and like just like, you know what I mean, being all up on you. But I will say if they're really like thinking about, you know, pursuing you, yeah, I will say they'll get close enough and they'll like touch your forearm, or you know what I mean? Like they're just very touchy people in that sense, because they're like showing you, hey, like I'm available and like I'm here and like I want you. Like they're very present, I would say, with the people that they are crushing on. They want to show them that they're about them. And for them, like what's the easiest way to show someone that you want them? Like in a physical way. I'm not talking like they're out here being creeps, like touching on people. What I mean, like Cancers are the types to put themselves in situations where they're in close proximity to you, so they can really connect with you in that way and just be close to you, make that eye contact. It's very much that like moon intuitive type shit of like, I'm here and I want us to connect on that deep level. They're not ones to like small talk or anything like that. I feel like they first lead, yeah, with their physical touch and affection. Like they'll make the hug a little bit longer, you know what I mean? Yeah, they just love that physical connection, and if they feel like it's something that they have to like work hard for, or if you're just not a touchy person, they will take that personally. And I feel like I've noticed that they will feel like you don't like them, but like they don't understand that, like, you know, not everyone likes to show love that way. But I will say, because Cancer gives it so easily, they should be with someone that also enjoys giving it back. Okay, next we have Leo, and for Leo it says shows off so freaking much it's insane. Yeah, oh my God, yes. I mean, like I feel like all of these are what we do in general, but like it's heightened when it's in like pursuit of love. Like Leo is very much a confident person, bold person. They love to show off because, you know, king of the jungle. But I will say, when they have a crush on someone, it's their way of like peacocking. Like they're peacocking hard. They almost want to go through their resume and let you know, this is all I've done. Like this is who I am, and this is what I went through in the 5th grade. And then by 9th grade, I ended up becoming my mom's favorite. But that's the year where my life really took off, because Instagram just happened and I really started It just does not stop. Like they will go through their list with you to let you know, like, this is why I'm amazing. And like, it's crazy that you even need to know why we should be together, because you are lucky, and lucky for you, I want you, you know? They're bold in that way. And you know, sometimes you do be getting people when you act that way. And I also feel like they do that thing where they're like, you know, saying all this and they're like ignoring you a little bit, but like they're looking at like someone else, but they're like looking at you to be like, yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you catch that? Even though it's like so obvious, you know what I mean? But everyone peacocks in a different way, and Leo just happens to be the best at it. Yeah, to them it can kind of be like a competitive thing also, like with the person that they have a crush on, of like, oh, you did that? Well, I did that first, you know? Fire signs in general, you know, they love that like teasing energy, and I enjoy it. So if you are someone that's like wondering if a Leo likes you, are they getting competitive with you? You know what I mean? Are they like showing off and like letting you know that like they're hot shit at all times? Yeah, I feel like Leos in general have that like cocky sense of humor too. Like, especially if they like someone, they will be cocky about like, you know, their level of confidence and like how much they know they're the shit. And if you're into it, they'll know that like, okay, this is someone that's like secure in themselves and we can have fun together. But if the reaction to them being cocky like that is like bad, or like someone that's judging them or making them feel small, a Leo that's high vibrational will look at you and be like, okay, so you don't get it. You don't get it. And I'm not gonna be shy and quiet and humble for you, so this isn't gonna work. Okay, next we have Virgo, and for Virgo it says tries to help you with everything even when you don't ask. Yeah, like acts of service. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about your day. They're thinking about what's coming up in your day, you know? Suddenly like Virgo knows your whole schedule, you know? And you're like, oh, I wonder if Virgo like likes, they know your whole schedule. You know what I mean? Like clearly they've been thinking about you. And I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that like Virgos only make time for the things that matter. So if they made time for thinking about you and anticipating what you need, what your needs are, yeah, they're obsessed with you. Yeah, they want you. Yeah, they want to incorporate you into their life, which is like the hardest thing to make a Virgo do. They're very routine oriented. And they're not like chill about it at all. Like Taurus is routine oriented, but like, you know, they like to like relax, blah, blah, blah. But Virgo is like routine oriented and they barely give themselves time to relax. So if you see a Virgo helping you or anticipating what you need in order to have a better day, they have a crush on you. They're not doing that for everybody. They're only doing that for their friends, family, and people that they're interested in romantically. They're not just doing that for anybody. So they genuinely want to help you. Your problem is now their problem. And if a Virgo makes your problem their problem, they're in love with you. I don't make the rules. Okay, next we have Libra, and for Libra it says just complete total 100% flirting. I love that because it's true. I love that so much. Like, what else can they say? Like, when a Libra's in the wild, they're nice and sociable to anyone, you know what I mean? Even if they're not interested in them, they're just that kind of person that generally keeps it cute and talks to anyone about anything and makes them feel really comfortable. But when they are into you, the way they're putting it on, they put it on thick, but they put it on thick in a way where you're being so charmed that you don't even understand what's happening. Like, you will feel like you just met the love of your life. Like, you just will feel like this is the person that you've been waiting for, because they just get you. But the funny thing is, like, they do that with everyone that they like. And Libra, if there was a study done on who has had the most crushes ever, Libra might be number one. I would bet money that Libra placements are number one if we were to do a case study on signs that have had the most crushes ever. Libra's up there, I'm telling you. And it's because they're so good at it. They're so good at flirting. They should write the book on flirting. Actually, I feel like, remember the movie Hitch with Will Smith? Guess what Will Smith's sign is? He's a Libra, okay? So in general, I feel like if you want any sort of like dating or flirting advice, you need to go to a Libra, because they do it so effortlessly, and the way they'll just charm your ass off and make you feel like you're the only person in the world should be studied. It's a beautiful thing. It's a dangerous thing. because they will make everyone feel special. If you've ever had a Libra flirt with you, like honestly, the bar is so high, like anyone else after that, it's just not gonna be the same. Like I hope other people and other signs like do it for you in other ways, because no one's gonna flirt with you like the way Libra did when they were crushing on you. They're so good at it. They have that smile. They know exactly what to say, those sweet words. They make you feel so safe and seen, like you're looking at a mirror. They'll do that 7th house shit. Well, they'll just like match your energy and let you know, oh, all the things you like, I like too. You know, like we're two sides of the same coin. We belong together, you know? Okay, next we have Scorpio. And for Scorpio, it says, stares at you when you're not looking. And yeah. Which is funny because it's like how to tell if a sign has a crush on you. You will never know because we're staring when you're not looking, you know? So I don't know if you'll ever know, figure it out. I will never put my cards out on the table and just like look at you while you're looking at me. Even though, no, actually, what am I talking about? No, let me reel it back. I love staring at people in the sense that I'm not like, I don't ever shy away from a stare contest, especially if it's a stranger and they think I'm gonna look away first. No, you're gonna look away first. This is a power play and I'm about to win. But when it comes to like crushes or people we're romantically interested in those beginning stages, we definitely don't want to make you think that we look at you or that we even want you. It's so toxic. It's so toxic. Like we want to keep our cards so close to our chest that like you'll think that like we don't like you actually. And it's really, really fucked up, Scorpios. But it is what it is. That's how we are. We're secretive. And it's funny because it's like even if someone can't tell that a Scorpio has a crush on them, you'll feel it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna know from us just staring at you because we're gonna look away before you stare back. But you'll know from like the energy, you know, our energy will kind of latch onto you and we'll become magnets at some point that are being pulled towards one another. But like the buildup is there, I feel like with Scorpio. We love to watch people and see how they act when we know that they don't know that we're watching them. It's fascinating to me staring at people. I stare at my boyfriend all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? Fascinated by the way that he does things. You know, I feel like Scorpios, when we get obsessed, when that obsession starts and we're not ever chill about it, we're either obsessed or we don't think about you ever. So when we're really, really obsessed with you, we can't help but be fascinated by you and the way that you act. It's kind of like Aries, you know what I mean? Like we were very much into it, but we're more, I would say, more intense than Aries in that sense because we don't get bored. Like we will just stare at you the whole night and not talk to you because we feel like we need more time to figure out how we feel about you because we burn slow. But I will say you will know if a Scorpio has a crush on you, hopefully if one of your friends catches them staring at you. Because probably if they want you, they're not gonna show you that they want you. They keep their cards very close to their chest. Also, I feel like when a Scorpio has a crush on you, it's like we're in a trance. Like we can't help but stare at you because we're like really enthralled by you and really, really interested in who you are. And we're kind of getting a read on your energy as well. That's why we stare a lot. And I feel like you get the most natural reaction of like who a person is when you're watching them interact with other people. Like obviously with you, when someone's talking to you, you're also understanding who they are as a person, but you're kind of distracted by like the conversation, blah, blah, blah. I feel like when you know, you're staring at someone talking to someone else, how they're acting towards other people, when you're watching, you see them in a different way and you're able to understand them in a more profound way, I feel like. What do you guys think? Okay, next we have Sagittarius. And for Sagittarius, it says probably flat out tells you, yeah. Honestly, and it's my favorite thing about you guys. I've said this before, like Maya, when I was younger, she would always tell me, so why don't you just tell him that? And I'd be like, what? What do you mean tell him that? Like what? That is so weird. People tell people the truth when they like them? No, that is crazy. I thought it was insane. But she helped me understand that like that's healthy. And I feel like that's Sagittarius energy. They will let you know that they like you. Also, they don't like their time wasted and they're very confident and comfortable with themselves and they don't get attached too easily. You know, I think that is the secret. Sagittarius doesn't get attached to people easily. In fact, it's really hard for them to be tied down in that sense. So I feel like because of that, it's really easy for them to just flat out tell you that they want you. Because they're not like, I want you, which means like, I want to marry you and I want you to have my kids. Like they are not thinking that far. They're just like, I like you. Let's see where this goes. You know what I mean? And there's something we can all learn from that. It's so lighthearted and I feel like especially in this day and age with like dating and like people, a lot of people I feel like have a lot of anxiety when it comes to dating and they're just tired of it. But we need to remember that like every person you meet is not going to be your end all be all. You don't know how long this is going to go for. You don't even know them, but based off of the beginning impressions, you enjoyed their energy. You know what I mean? So, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be your person. So why not just like date them, have fun? Maybe they can become a friend. Maybe you'll realize they annoy the hell out of you. But it puts too much pressure in relationships when you lead with like, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that sticks and we're going to get real serious. That really makes it hard for you to just be yourself at the beginning because you're putting way too much pressure on it. And I feel like Sagittarius energy thoroughly understands that. And because they don't look at relationships and because they don't look at dating as like, okay, this is going to be my person forever, they're just going into it to have fun. They can easily tell people that they like them. And that energy is just sexy to me. Like telling people you want them sexy. I feel like also as a Scorpio, telling them nothing and seeing what happens is also sexy. So, you know, there's different rules for everybody as we can tell. But me as a Scorpio, I do love how Sagittarius are just bold with it and they don't shy away from it. That's hot. Okay, next we have Capricorn. For Capricorn, it says, just tells you weird random facts and horrible jokes. Oh my God, that's funny. I was gonna say, I feel like also Virgo would have been tells you weird random facts. You know, they love their little facts, but I could see Capricorn doing that too. You can tell a Capricorn has a crush on you if they're asking you about you and your life. Like genuinely, Capricorn does not give a flying fuck about people's lives unless they're interested in them. They're too busy to care. You know what I mean? And that may sound like, oh my God, that's so fucked up. How could you say that about Capricorn? Like truly, they're so nonchalant and they're so worried about what they're doing with their life that if they are making the time to try and learn shit about you and yours, like they genuinely see potential here and you fascinate them. And I will say their dark humor is on 10 when they have a crush on you. Because they're kind of trying to see if you're gonna shy away from their dark humor. Because again, dark humor is not for everybody. But if a Capricorn is, you know, their jokes are getting a little bit more dark each time and you're not shying away, they're kind of testing you to see if you can handle it. For me, dark humor is my favorite. I know not everyone can get down with that and they'll get really offended. But like if a Capricorn is, you know, testing out the waters in a situationship or a relationship, they're trying to see if your sense of humor meshes with them because they don't have a typical sense of humor, you know? Yeah, like a Capricorn who is starting to take you seriously, you know? And you're thinking like, what do you mean seriously? Like if they are looking at you more, making direct eye contact, engaging in a conversation, like Capricorn doesn't have time for anyone or anything that isn't on their level. You know, so when they start taking you seriously and giving you shit back, giving you energy back, that's how you know that they want them. Because they're really good with boundaries when it comes to everything. They're ruled by Saturn. So if you feel them opening up in a way that they don't do with other people, they're throwing little bits of information about their life to you. That's big for Capricorn. So that's another sign to watch out for, I would say. Okay, next we have Aquarius and it says ignores you. Yeah. And here's the thing is that like Aquarius, they're not ignoring anybody. They are in tune with what is going on around them, with the community, with their connections. Like they're really engaged with the people that they know. So if they're ignoring you, yeah, you are making them nervous. You know, they're overthinking it. They're isolating in a way that, you know, you probably won't understand because you're like, when we were first getting to know each other, it was cool as friends. And now that it's becoming a little bit more, I noticed that they're like, just like not looking at me. Maybe they're like a little bit, you know, in their head. Like that means that they're now viewing you as a potential love interest. Aquarius in general, again, they can be very social, but also they love their solitude. So if they are ignoring you, they're doing it in a conscious way because they're thinking about you and they don't know what to do with those feelings yet. They're very slow-moving individuals when it comes to romance and when it comes to expressing feelings and acknowledging feelings. It takes them a while to process it. And I feel like because they're taking their time processing these new feelings, this crush towards you, they're ignoring you. And to you, it'll seem like they're, and they are, I mean, they're ignoring you. They're ignoring you. They're not ignoring you as like a punishment or like a weird thing, you know? They're ignoring you because they're figuring out what this means. How are they supposed to act around you now? Oh my God, we were friends, but now I'm feeling it more. I want to be more than friends. They're going through a lot of these motions in their head. But when you're looking at them, they look calm. They're having fun. They're engaging with everybody. But when it comes to you, it's like a different thing because now they have to think about these feelings again and it's taking them time to process it. So give them time, okay? Give them time. Okay, next we have Pisces. For Pisces, it says, asks you lots of questions and tries to make you smile. Yeah, they're so giving and they are so interested in you and understanding you. Like Pisces is one of the most understanding signs. And they're understanding with everyone and non-judgmental with everyone, but they truly want to know your lore, I would say. With Pisces, they're like, they have a crush on you. They're like, what's your story? How did you come to be the human that you are today? You know what I mean? Like truly, I don't care how corny that sounds. They just want to understand you. They want to understand why you act the way you act, why you feel the way you feel. How was it growing up? You know what I mean? Like they are genuinely interested in all aspects of you, what makes you you, because they're ready to accept all of you. You know what I mean? It's funny, like they're not like out here like being like they want to judge you by knowing these things about you. Like they want to know these things about you because they've already decided they accept all of you. Like no matter what you say, they're gonna accept it, but they still want to know it. They want to be in the know when it comes to you. And they genuinely are the types of people that will make their crushes feel so special because they don't feel the need to hide their feelings. They're very open with expressing their love for you. And sometimes for some people that may come off as intense. You know what I mean? If you're not used to people just being so emotionally available to you, and a Pisces is crushing on you, you will probably feel uncomfortable because you don't know how to receive that because you probably never received it on the level that Pisces is giving it. So if a Pisces is, you know, giving you their all and you're not giving nothing back, maybe you should let them know that this isn't going anywhere, because a Pisces will just give, you know? They love showing you off just like a Leo does, but they're very much in tune emotionally to you and your needs as well, just like Cancer can be as well. I feel like Pisces in general like is one of the easiest signs to know if they have a crush on you, because suddenly they're so emotionally engaged and emotionally available to you and the things that you're going through, you know? All right, y'all, that's all 12 signs. What did you guys think of this list? I feel like it was pretty freaking accurate. Let me know if you agreed with any of these. You can use obviously your sun sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign. So let me know which ones you agreed with, which ones you didn't agree with. I feel like I said, most of them were really accurate. And I think it's really fun seeing how all of these signs show that they're into you and they do it so differently. So it's hard to tell if someone likes you, but I feel like if you know their birth chart, you can figure it out. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I get their birth chart? Don't ask me, because when I was single, I would just literally ask them for their birthday and birth time. Like I wouldn't even play around with like why I need it. I'd be like, give it to me. Yes, text your mom right now. So do it. I endorse that kind of behavior when it comes to astrological knowledge and synastry and love. You need to get that birth time, okay? Because you need to know. You need to know if you're compatible, okay? All right, well, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna link the socials over here. Follow me on any of them if you feel like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, comment. I wanna know y'all's thoughts. I'll see you during the podcast on Thursday. Bye.